Welcome back to Blake's Takes, everyone. Thanks for joining us for another episode. As always, with me, my co-host Garrett.
Hey guys.
And today we are doing Secret Invasion, the newest Disney Plus Marvel show, MCU show. Okay, so honestly, I feel like we're just gonna dive straight into this review. It's not gonna, be too long of a one. But Secret Invasion, more like secret money laundering, because where the fuck did this $212 million budget go? That was the budget. $212 million.
Damn.
200. If I gave this show that kind of budget, I need to be fired, man.
Yeah.
Because I'm not saying that is totally terrible. It had highs, it had lows.
Yeah.
But there's absolutely no reason this show should have costed $212 million.
Not at all.
For reference, fucking Oppenheimer, their budget was $100 million. And do you know how many stars were in that?
A lot.
How many practical effects were used in that? I mean, I know.
Practical effects are more expensive than CGI.
I don't know about that.
What do you mean? How would it not be? I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, CGI artists, their skills are highly valuable.
Yeah.
And they should get paid well for their work, which honestly, they get fucked anyway with paying. But, I mean, dude, you're telling me making something on a computer versus having it realistically?
Right.
In what way would CGI be more expensive?
I'm just baffled that this show had that high of a budget, because you really don't see where it goes to, even with the effects. Like, the effects aren't the greatest either.
I know, but they weren't bad though. Like,
not as bad as
like there was never a time when I watched it where I was noticeably like, what the fuck was up with that? Like,
so I mean, what initial reaction? What do you think of Secret Invasion?
Meh.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is it's like aggressively
mediocre.
Yeah. Aggressively mediocre is a good way to put it. And I feel like this show is going to cause a lot of division of, where fans think they're going to be taken to. Cause what's the end goal with this?
I don't know. Between that and Kang, I'm like, are they going to pick like a final guy? Because I feel like they could literally make one of these the big bad.
I mean,
the big end game of whatever the fuck we're doing right now.
It's just like with that ending, I was like, okay, where the fuck are they going with this?
And yeah, also with that ending, like, I'm just going to say, like, bro, what the fuck? Like, now, so we've spent all these years like seeing our characters, develop their powers, get better and whatnot. I don't know. It's just like,
it's rewarding to the audience.
It's rewarding to see it like throughout time.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's a big reason why people don't like Captain Marvel, is because she comes in out of nowhere and she's this, super powered big, player. And that's exactly what we got in the end. Like, we have someone who literally has the powers of every single Avenger and enemy, including Captain Marvel.
Uh-huh.
And it's fucking Emilia Clarke.
Well, what are we going to have, like 2 Captain Marvels now? On
basically, what?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't know if her powers are... I mean, normally, whenever they have a character that can mimic the ability of other characters, normally they can't do it at the same level.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like it'll be like half power or something like that. But didn't seem like that was the case here. Like, it seems like Super Skrull, like, literally just has every power.
Yeah.
And has, like, basically limitless potential now.
Yeah. So for people listening to the podcast, I mean, like I said, we're just going straight into this because it's some crazy shit to talk about. So at the end of Secret Invasion, Gaia, who is a Skrull, played by Emilia Clarke, and at the end, the whole mission of the antagonist in this show was to develop a Super Skrull so that the Skrulls could take over the world, or they would all eventually be Super Skrulls. And
was that the goal?
I think all of them. Yeah.
I don't know. He I mean,
or
I
at
know
least he wanted to be.
I know he wanted to be, and he did talk about like making soldiers, but I mean, I would say his ultimate goal was more
for him.
The ultimate
selfish.
Well, no, I'm saying his ultimate goal in his mind was kill all humans, take over Earth.
Yeah.
That's the end goal.
Yeah.
And he just kept, doing whatever it took to get there.
But we end up getting 2 Super Skrulls, one of them being Emilia Clarke's character.
Mm-hmm. And seemed to make pretty quick work of the other Super Skrull who has every single ability.
Yeah. I didn't get it.
Like, if they have Hulk strength, like, do they have to pick and choose when they use the power? Because like that would make sense, I guess. Because like I'm not sure exactly how it works because you could clearly see their body like morph into whatever they were using. So, and he got like power blasted by Captain Marvel's powers through the chest, and that's how he died.
Yeah.
But so does he have to like change his body into the Hulk to like stop that from happening? So did he just have like Skrull vulnerability at that point? I don't know. There's like so many things where it's what happened and trying to figure out the logistics. Like I get it's comic books, but you know, there still needs to be some sort of sense.
Yeah, it just looked weird to me. And speaking of that final fight, the Secret Invasion director Ali Salim reveals that the climatic fight for the finale was Kevin Feige's idea. The MCU Direct tweeted that Feige said, "We're going to have a Super Skrull fight, and all superpowers are fair game." Kevin Feige starting to make some bad moves.
That was a little overkill.
Yeah, that's overkill.
I mean, to be honest, I was kind of entertained to watch it happen because I mean,
I wasn't even entertained. To be honest,
I was kind of entertained by it. I mean, you got every power. Like I was just curious, like what they were going to do.
Show?
Yeah, like what they were going to choose. But to be honest, I feel like they didn't even display them properly.
No, well, let's see. We got Mantis. We got Abomination. We got Drax.
But did we even see Drax? I feel like she just saw the arm. Yeah.
Speaking of that, I'm gonna show you a picture, and because we watch Family Guy all the time, so I saw this tweet, and the caption was Quagmire's big arm in that one Family Guy episode.
Bro, literally, oh my god.
Yeah.
We saw Maz Powers, who was the gray dude in Infinity War, who telekinesis.
Yep.
And who was the big dude he was with? I can't remember his name. We saw his arm.
Okay.
Like he was in Infinity War. I can't remember his name, but he was there too.
Didn't Gravik have Groot's powers too?
Yeah, and that's what he started with because he couldn't find what he wanted.
Right.
So, and to be honest, I think I thought his power set was kind of cooler when he just had Groot and the Extremis, and I think he had like the Frost Beast as well, but we didn't see him use it at the time. But yeah,
bro, it's just a lot.
Because when you saw Emilia Clarke's character going through the computer, we saw Frost Beast, we saw Groot, and we saw Extremis. Those were like the three powers that he was able to collect without finding that vial that Fury gave him. But
I just thought it was weird. And I think a lot of people agreed that the finale, I mean, shit, on Rotten Tomatoes, it has like the finale has like an 8%.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, that's wild.
The show as a total has a 55% critic score, 55% audience score. So seems like everyone agreed on how the show turned out. It's weird though, even though I went on the Google main page, Rotten Tomatoes said 66%. I don't know if they're trying to boost the score to try to get more people to watch it.
I don't know. But also, here's my other beef with the ending though. Okay. So for one, I know it was Emilia Clarke, disguised as Fury in the end.
I saw that coming from a mile away.
I know, but she was showing signs of radiation sickness.
Yeah.
Okay, one, I don't think radiation sickness hits you that hard because I don't even think the radiation level was that powerful there because like whatever radiation happened like years ago. It's definitely not good for you, but I don't think you would show signs that quickly.
Like in like 20 minutes or
like as quickly. Maybe
I don't know how radiation works.
Maybe I don't either. But okay, even still, if Emilia Clarke was or if Gaia was showing accurate signs of radiation poisoning during that time while they were there, how is every human alive that they were storing there? That's in the facility.
Maybe because it was underground?
I don't know, but no,
Maybe.
he said once you get to the basement, like that's when the radiation starts to hit you, I think, right?
Huh.
Like I remember
the Skrulls were vulnerable.
I remember Gravik saying that. Like he said that to Fury.
Okay,
like once you get to the basement,
the radiation didn't affect the Skrulls.
Correct.
That's why they were
there. So
there.
that's why they were living there.
Yeah.
But they were also abducting humans and keeping them at this facility.
Right.
So, and I'm guessing the entire compound has radiation.
Mm-hmm.
So if they were there for months and years, wouldn't they die from getting stored there?
Yeah, maybe it's like some, I don't know if what they were in was like some cryo chamber situation.
I don't even think that, because it seemed like they were literally in like a vertical bed with something, keeping them docile with their brain, and that was it. Like they weren't in like a special chamber, they weren't in a special room.
And when the whole fight ended and everything and they were rescuing everyone, no one seemed like they were being affected from the radiation.
No.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought about that. I was like, bro, you've been keeping humans in this radiation-filled fucking poison city.
Yeah.
And they're fine.
Yeah. But Fury is supposed to be affected by it within 15 minutes of being there.
Yeah, and again, I know it was Gaia, not Fury.
Right.
But, Fury was supposed to be, or Gaia was supposed to be, showing what would happen if Fury was there, because if she didn't show signs of radiation sickness, then, he wouldn't have believed that it was a human that he was encountering. Maybe I'm over. No, I'm not overthinking it. No,
I feel like if you're gonna, like, this is what writers should think of if they're if they're getting, well, I don't know how much you're getting paid now with the writer's strike, obviously.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel like this was written before that happened. Right?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
But if you're creating this show, those are some things you got to go over.
Yeah, I'd be like, that's not lining up.
Okay, so another very controversial part of this show was the reveal of Rhodey being a Skrull. Now the question is, how long has Rhodey been a Skrull?
Yeah, see, because I thought about that too. I was like, when I saw that happening, I was like, what? Rhodey's a Skrull? And then, as I was watching the show, I was like, oh wait, he's not just only a Skrull. He got taken over by somebody. So I was like, okay, so our real Rhodey is alive. Like we've seen him. He was that was definitely him for Civil War. Like, there's no way that wasn't him.
Okay, well, here's what the Secret Invasion director said. He thinks that Rhodey has been a Skrull since Captain America: Civil War.
Really?
That he's possibly been a Skrull since Civil War, and they haven't even said when he became a Skrull. And like, they better be careful what they say about that, because.
They better be really fucking careful.
Yeah,
because everything we've seen him in, dude, that means in Endgame, dude, I refuse to believe that Skrull was Rhodey anytime that we've seen him. It was after Endgame, like it's gotta be after Endgame. The last time we've seen him.
Because not to mention, in the final battle in Endgame as well, he's bleeding red blood.
Yeah,
on his forehead.
He's bleeding red blood. He's fighting for humanity.
Right.
Like giving the ultimate sacrifice, and looked absolutely devastated when Tony died.
Right.
Like, what?
No, I refuse to believe he's been a Skrull that long.
No, I refuse, because, and you can obviously see the change in his character.
Yeah.
As soon as it's a Skrull.
Yeah.
Because the entire time I was listening to the way Rhodey was talking to Fury.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, since when did Rhodey get such balls to talk to Fury like this? Because, like, I mean, he stands up for himself, but not like this. And he's not a cocky dickhead about it either.
Those were some funny scenes, though.
They were funny. Yeah. I thought they were entertaining to watch, like Fury get talked to like that. But I'm like, there's no way this is Rhodey.
I know. So whenever they decide to make that announcement, they better be careful.
Oh, they better be very careful, because there's no way that since Civil War, that's Rhodey.
Even since Endgame, bro. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. That would deteriorate so much of what happened with Rhodey's character in Infinity War and Endgame and all that. What did you like about Secret Invasion?
What did I like?
Stick with some positives now.
I liked when Ross died, but then I learned that wasn't Ross.
You don't like Agent Ross?
I kind of don't.
I don't either.
I don't like him. I don't buy it.
I feel like people love him.
I can't.
I don't buy it.
I know. I feel like everything he does is fake. Like, he doesn't seem like he genuinely cares.
Like in Black Panther when he was up and out too.
Like, bro, the second I heard him like start talking about Killmonger, like, that's what he was trained to do. Shut the fuck up. I don't need to hear from
you. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I never really bought Agent Ross. But people love Ross.
I don't know.
Also, like, okay, well, so that's are we sticking with what we like?
What I legitimately like? I like the villain. I thought Gravik was good.
Really?
Did you not like him?
I thought he was okay. I thought he was fine until like episode 5. I think the finale really just kind of put the sour taste in my mouth about the antagonist as well.
I thought the actor did a good job though.
Oh, no, I like that actor.
Yeah.
He was Ken and Barbie.
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah. Yep.
No, but I did like his acting. Like honestly, even in that final scene where he was, talking to Gaia disguised as Fury.
Right.
I thought his like whole monologue and everything was good.
It was a good monologue, but you know what's weird? I'm glad you brought that up because I forgot to write this part down, but that reminded me. That whole final monologue, I enjoyed the acting a lot, but for some reason it still felt stale in a way. And I don't know if this is something you notice as well, but the camera shots didn't really match the energy or like the emotions of that scene. It was just like it felt very sitcom-y camera shots on these characters' faces. And I'm like, he's going through a whole monologue right now. Like, let me get a panning camera movement that really like shows the emotions turning.
Something like that. Or even the music. I feel like the music didn't match.
Right. I know.
Like, honestly, it's amazing how music can make an intense moment like that much more intense. And bro, I need some like villain arc music like behind this speech because like he's going through it. And
I did like some of the music in Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
But those camera shots just weren't doing it to me. I'm like, let me get a camera pan, man. Like circle around him, show those emotions.
And especially, and they're literally in a circular thing too. Like they didn't make use of their environment.
Could have worked.
Like I don't.
Just little things like that can really, up the scene a little bit. One thing that my favorite thing about Secret Invasion was Samuel L. Jackson.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
it's Samuel,
but this is the most Nick Fury that we ever have gotten.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I did like was the one-on-one scenes that we got in this show. Those one-on-one character moments between either Nick Fury and his wife, between Gaia and Talos, Nick Fury and Gravik. Like we usually don't get those one-on-one moments. Those extended dialogue heavy scenes. I feel like when it comes to Marvel MCU, we don't really get many heavy dialogue scenes. And I feel like we got a decent amount of those throughout 4 episodes in this show.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed those moments. And that way we really got to see Samuel L. Jackson be a great actor as he is. And, other people to showcase their talents as well.
Even though, obviously I loved Samuel L., but I think there were some lines in there that I was like, okay, that was a bit cheesy. Like,
which ones?
I feel like he wouldn't say that.
Which ones?
Fuck. One of them was like, it was like, I never liked golf much. Maybe I'll take up revenge or something like that.
Oh,
yeah. I thought that one was.
Did you like the line where he was like, I'm Nick Fury. Even when I'm out, I'm in.
Yes, that was the other one.
You didn't like that one?
I don't know.
I thought it was cheesy?
I thought it was a little cheesy, but I know he does have those lines sometimes.
Come on,
I don't know.
That's like Samuel L. right there.
I just thought they were funny.
I liked it. But no, I really liked the scene when him and his wife were talking in their house after he found out she was, gonna kill him.
Yeah.
I really like the scene between those two as well when they're in that restaurant in like France.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought it had some really good, one-on-one character moments in the show.
I mean, how about, let's talk about that. What was your thoughts on, the reveal that he had a Skrull wife this whole time?
I thought it was interesting.
I thought it was too.
I liked it.
I liked her character too.
And I liked that actress as well.
Mm-hmm. And it was just, I don't know, it was just weird though.
It kind of makes you think like, damn, how much has, Fury known for all these years that even the Avengers didn't know?
Well, I mean, we find out that he knew quite a lot.
Yeah.
Because he kept all this Skrull shit to himself.
I know.
And we learned that that's how he was able to progress so high in S.H.I.E.L.D. and shit was because he had fucking shape-shifting agents working for him throughout the globe.
No, I like that addition to the plot. Is there anything else that you liked about Secret Invasion? Kind of like the music.
Yeah, I thought that like the intro theme and everything.
Was good. Intro has also caused some controversy as well, though, because that intro was all generated by AI. No artist worked on that. That intro, AI.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, for real. I'm serious.
Oh, shit.
Music's not AI.
No.
But that whole intro was AI.
Okay, that's pretty fucked.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's causing controversy as well. Like, bro, come on. Just pay these people.
Dude, I swear, Disney's doing everything they can to not pay people. Honestly, and with the strike and everything going on, I'm like,
looks even worse.
It's way worse.
Yeah.
And like I'm hearing their comments about it, and
Yeah.
it's insane. They're like they want these people to basically come crawling back to them, like, and
Right.
you know, you'll take whatever scraps we pay you,
Right.
basically. Like, I'm like, Jesus Christ, they're asking for a living fucking wage,
Right.
and you can't sacrifice like what, like the 24 million?
Yeah, it was like 23, 24 million
Yeah,
extra a year.
Yeah, that's nothing out of your $1 billion of profit.
Not to
And they're
mention-
literally asking that so they don't have to fucking struggle to pay rent.
So they can just get health insurance, you know?
Oh my God,
Health
bro.
benefits,
Like, it
like,
makes
it's crazy.
Bro, it makes me want to like fucking just what do you call it? Boycott like all these studios. I'm like, you're kidding me.
Pretty wild.
It is wild. I'm like, they are not asking for much. They are asking for a very, very small percentage of what you make.
Not to mention, they're living in California. That's already expensive enough as is.
Literally like the most expensive state to
Yeah.
live in. I don't get it, man. But yeah, and now you're just using AI.
Yep.
You don't got to pay anything.
Yep.
And then there's also the conversation of, using people's reanimated like voices and stuff like that, or like using their likelihood.
Yeah, their likeliness for the, you know,
Yeah.
CGI their face.
Yeah, and
or
all
get
that.
an AI of their face, and then they can use it for the rest of,
Yeah, all like the
eternity.
rest of time. Yeah,
Right.
it's like, dude,
without them
what?
getting any money from it.
Yep. And
Yep.
like the family members won't even get anything,
Yeah.
and they're dead. Like, who's gonna fight on their behalf?
Yeah.
They're dead.
It's crazy.
Dude, I swear.
I did hear that. I did see on Twitter that a representative of one of the major studios said that they were ready to return to the negotiation tables.
Really?
So we'll see. This still could go on for a long time, but
I
Hopefully
hope it keeps going, because I want them to, make a good
Right.
deal, but
don't fold.
yeah, no,
But at least get back to the negotiating tables.
yeah, because that's ridiculous. They were just basically saying like,
Mhm.
we're not budging at all on
Yeah.
this issue. Back to Secret Invasion.
Mhm.
You asked, we talked about the intro. I like the intro. I like Talos' character.
I like that actor a lot.
Yeah, I do too.
He's always good in what he's in.
Mhm.
Thought his death was kind of, I don't know.
Anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That fight too the final fight felt anticlimactic as well. That scene where Talos does die, where they get ambushed
Yeah.
by the Rebel Scrolls. I feel like that just came out of nowhere. Like there was all these great one-on-one extended dialogue character scenes, and then all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, this major, ambush comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, I feel like the prep on the scroll side, like the
Right.
Rebel scroll side, like did not really get showed enough.
No.
Like their motivations we understood, but I mean as far as like the practicality of like what they planned on doing,
Yeah.
it's like we weren't in the planning room. Like he was just kind of going off and doing whatever.
Yeah.
And then we were just watching what happened.
Well, and I feel like a lot of parts in these episodes do feel rushed because once again, it's a 6-episode format.
Dude, it
And-
always gets the pacing wrong.
And I don't know when Disney's going to learn not to do that, but
It's horrible. Bro, it's horrible.
because, you take those first episodes a little slow. And what's funny is these MCU shows, those first episodes always end up being my favorite episode.
Mm-hmm.
Loki, episode 1, my favorite episode. Even though that seems like that finale was better than a lot of these other MCU shows, but episode 1 was my favorite. Moon Knight, episode 1 was my favorite.
That was a good one.
That was a really good one.
That was a good one.
So it's like, bro, this shit's gonna feel rushed if you keep doing these 6-episode formats.
I know. Because like honestly, yeah, the progression like felt good up until
Yeah.
up to like episode 4.
Right.
And then
it just felt
you get
everything felt
you get
so
to the
rushed.
end, they're like, okay, we need an action sequence
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Like that's basically it.
It's a TV show, man. It's got to be longer than 6 episodes.
It has to be.
At least 8. That gives you over an hour of more screen time to really flesh out the plot.
8 to 10 is solid.
Yeah.
And then it does not help that, in the last episode, like the first 2 episodes were like an hour long, and then everything else was like
Right.
was like 30, 40 minutes.
Right. So stop with these 6-episode formats, man. They're going to start slowing these down anyways, as Bob
Yeah.
Iger even said they're going to start slowing down
Yeah.
Marvel and Disney or Star
mean,
Wars projects.
They don't really have a fucking choice as long as these people are on strike.
That's true.
They don't even have a choice.
That's true. Okay, some
There-
dislike.
I guarantee you it's not
What?
No, I'm just saying, I guarantee it wasn't even like a choice of quality. They were just like, oh, we don't have the people to do it. I guess we're going to slow them down. Like, nah.
Okay. Dislikes of the show. Dislikes of Secret Invasion.
Killing Maria Hill.
Dude, okay, I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that just seems so out of nowhere.
And for what purpose?
Like
to have
Fury,
to have Fury blackmailed?
Yeah.
Do it with someone, like, it didn't need to be Maria Hill.
Nope.
You could have used that as blackmail for just a bystanding civilian.
Could have used anybody else.
Anybody.
Well, I mean, he killed Maria particularly to like hurt Fury.
Right.
But yeah, and its final motive like ended up being, blackmail.
Just blackmail.
And you could have done anything.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people were excited to get more Maria Hill.
I was.
And
I was like, hey, Maria Hill, let's go. And
we finally get to see her shine.
And then she's dead.
After the first episode.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I was like, you know what? They're not going to kill her off that quick. I bet she was a Skrull or something.
That's what I thought too. And I was like, nope, damn, she's dead.
She's dead. We never got that Skrull reveal.
That was fucking
because
bullshit.
it really like it showed her body, but then it was very quick to like get away to pan away from her body.
Yeah.
What? Maybe there's a chance. There's a chance she's alive. I'm like, there's no way we're going to finally get more Maria Hill and they're just going to kill her off after one episode.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
That should have been Agent Ross.
Well, you really don't like Agent Ross.
I would have rather it been Agent Ross.
I'm not going to lie, me too. I'm not a fan of Agent Ross.
I'm not either.
Okay, any other dislikes? I think most of the dislikes just come from the show being rushed.
Yeah, the show being rushed, the finale being weird.
Yeah.
I was a little confused at the end, like when the president, is now like on Skrull attack mode.
Yeah.
I was like, wait.
That felt odd.
Yeah, I was like, didn't he just like choose Fury's side basically?
Right.
But then now he's gonna like murder every Skrull he can find.
And you had like it influence other civilians to hunt Skrulls.
Yeah,
like they don't even know what the fuck they
don't even know what the fuck a Skrull is. And I'm like,
felt weird.
I know. And then I'm like, okay, the president's a bad guy now? Like what?
Right. It just felt weird.
Yeah.
Again, I think that's why a lot of people just agree that the finale was just bad.
It was just a fucking jumble of nonsense.
It was. Because then again, it's like, okay, now the president has all these civilians up in fear of who's a Skrull.
Yeah.
Where's that going to lead to?
And also, what president would say, we're not going to stop until we kill all of you? Like, what president says that?
Just felt very weird.
It did. What about like the millions of Skrulls or the millions of bodies that they found that had been taken over by Skrulls?
Like finding out that there's millions of Skrulls.
Well, no. Remember the basement?
Oh,
it was full of full of people in those beds. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's that gonna mean?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
That's the thing. Is like this show leaves a lot of questions.
Yeah, it does.
And I mean, each project I feel like in the MCU does leave questions, but you kind of can answer those questions on your own, or at least get an idea of where they can lead to.
I feel like nothing was accomplished with this show.
No.
I feel like there was nothing got resolved. Like before I watched this show, I didn't really have too many questions about, Skrulls in the MCU. Yeah. And then by the end of it, now I feel no resolve of anything that they presented to me. Right. And now I just feel like more frustrated with the MCU.
Yeah, because you really honestly don't even learn too much more about Skrulls themselves. They're
just there.
They're just there, yeah.
Because the only other time we saw them was Captain Marvel.
Right. And yeah, I mean, Secret Invasion, that's a big storyline in the comics.
It's a very big storyline.
And as big of a storyline that is, this show just felt very small.
Yeah.
The storyline felt small for the show. So, I don't know, should it have been a movie and been made more grand?
Should it have even been called Secret Invasion? Because
that's what some people are saying. Like, should it even been called Secret Invasion?
Yeah.
And have that lead up to like Avengers Secret Invasion.
That's what I'm saying. Is like, because this felt like the intro to Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
So now anything else that you make, is it going to be Secret Invasion continued? Like,
right.
I don't get it.
A lot of questions.
To be honest, I thought Emilia Clarke's character was done for when she got shot in the chest.
I did too. I was honestly like, with how they did Maria Hill, I'm like, damn, well, there goes Emilia Clarke.
I know. I was like, bye, Emilia Clarke.
And as much as I love Emilia Clarke too, I don't know.
It doesn't fit.
I didn't love her in this show.
No.
Obviously, we love Emilia Clarke.
Yeah.
But I didn't love her in this show.
I mean, she wasn't bad.
No.
But
it was no Daenerys Targaryen performance.
Well, duh.
I mean, that's
it's a very different character.
Yeah. Also, that's a very well written show.
Yeah. Well, for the most part.
And honestly, when this trailer came out, like I really enjoyed the vibe that we were getting. It just it didn't feel like it felt like it was going to be very spy thriller, and it kind of started out that way, but that vibe fell off quickly.
Yeah, and
we ended up not getting a spy thriller, especially with that finale. It just ended up being some fucking CGI fested superhero finale.
And it was definitely a different change of vibe compared to the other shows that we've gotten, because I feel like they were all more lighthearted and everything. No, so
it was a very serious tone. Like there weren't many jokes cracked at all. And you know what? Funny we said that because during like episode 5, remember when like Fury got on the plane and the pilot came out and was like cracking jokes? I'm like, where's all of a sudden this joke cracking coming from?
Also, who is that?
It's just some random person, but like all of a sudden episodes
I feel like we may have seen him at one point in the past, like a very very obscurely. I can't remember though.
Episodes 4 to 6 just started randomly cracking jokes that just were not hitting at all.
No.
And people, when the show came out, the first few episodes, people were complaining that it was too serious, not lighthearted enough, not enough jokes. I'm like, bro, that's not what the fuck I want.
No,
I want that serious tone.
It's Nick Fury.
Yeah.
He's a serious guy. He deals with a lot of serious shit.
This is a serious storyline in the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
So I was really enjoying that tone in the beginning.
I mean, needless to say, like, this was definitely a flop.
It is a flop technically because, you do have the $212 million budget, and it was the least watched MCU show as well. It was. Or I think maybe it was right ahead of Ms. Marvel. I don't know. Those two were the least watched MCU shows. Where would you place Secret Invasion among the other MCU shows?
You got a list for me? Because I'm starting to lose count.
All right, let's see.
Well, let me list off what I got. So we have Loki. We have Moon Knight.
Yep.
We have Secret Invasion. We have Hawkeye. We have WandaVision. We have
Ms. Marvel.
I was gonna say that next.
Winter Soldier.
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
She-Hulk.
God damn.
Yeah.
They've been pumping these bitches out.
That's only 2 years.
I know. Oh my God,
they
dude.
gotta slow it down.
No shit, we couldn't keep up with this.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I think that's it, man.
I think that's it.
There's no way we're missing another.
No.
Oh, What If?
Oh, I mean, are we counting that?
Yeah.
All right. What If?
Jesus. And they wonder why the audiences can't keep up with this shit anymore.
No shit, dude. It's like, bro, how much free time do you think people have? People got to work like 70 hours a week because we ain't making jack shit lately.
Really, for real.
My God.
It's inflation kicking our ass.
Yeah.
All right, let me see if I can give a ranking, though, of the MCU shows.
Oh, okay.
So for me, just me personally, MCU show ranking, I know top 2 I've always gone back and forth between Moon Knight and Loki. After thinking, I do like Loki's finale more than Moon Knight's finale. So I'll put Loki at number 1. And number 2, I'll go Moon Knight. Okay, 3, WandaVision. 4, I'll go What If.
What If?
Yeah. I'm really hoping I'm not missing any shows too. I feel like we're missing one for some reason.
I don't know.
Okay, 5, I'm going to go Falcon Winter Soldier. Next, I'll go She-Hulk. Then I'll go Secret Invasion. Damn, am I putting Hawkeye at the bottom like that? I was not a fan of Hawkeye.
I wasn't either. And I don't know how some people were saying that was like the best one. Do you remember people saying that?
Really?
I feel like people hyped up Hawkeye so bad. They were like, it was like, oh, it's so good. No, I was like, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Maybe because it was a Christmas show, but
it was not great. And then Ms.
Marvel. Damn, do I really have Hawkeye that low, huh?
So 9. All right. Yeah, that finale definitely hurt Secret Invasion.
It did
for sure.
A lot. I think the last few episodes hurt it a lot.
Yeah.
To be honest, maybe I could put it like a spot higher, but
to be honest, yeah. I mean, to be honest, I think I kind of enjoyed Hawkeye more than Secret Invasion.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I enjoyed Hawkeye.
I can see that. Yeah. All right.
Like now that I'm seeing it on a list.
Right. All right.
So
Hawkeye and then Secret Invasion.
Okay. So wow. Second to last.
Damn.
That's
shit. Yeah. That's not what I was expecting when I first saw that trailer.
Yeah. I mean, now that you changed your Loki and Moon Knight, I think we like have the same list now. Because like that's the one that we would always disagree on.
I mean, yeah, I would always go back and forth between Moon Knight and Loki, but
or here, I'll go. All right,
those have always been the top two for me.
All right, yeah, I think final list for me would be Loki, Moon Knight, WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, then What If, She-Hulk, Hawkeye, and then Secret Invasion and Miss Marvel, which I haven't even seen.
So all in all, this wasn't Marvel's best work, but it was. I feel like it was off to a pretty decent start. Like I was enjoying it, but it just fell off hard.
No, had a very decent start and a lot of potential, and then
it had potential.
They ruined it.
Okay.
And they killed Maria Hill, which like so unnecessarily. Like when I saw that, I was like, man, she really wanted to get out of Marvel, huh?
Yeah.
She wanted her contract to end, so I was like, okay.
All right, so that's gonna do it for this review of Secret Invasion.
Actually, wait, one thing.
What?
Also, do you bet? I don't know why I'm thinking about this, but back to Ross. Do you feel like they're trying to replace Phil Coulson with Ross? It feels like that's what they're trying to do.
Can't replace Phil Coulson.
I know, but it feels like that's what they're trying to do.
Possible.
Like, and I'm like, bro, he is not Phil Coulson. Stop.
Not to mention, we actually get a lot of time with Phil Coulson in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, we do.
Not acting like I've seen all of it, but you have.
I have.
I mean, and people love Phil Coulson.
I fucking love him, bro.
All right. Well, thanks for sticking around for this shorter review today, but
yeah,
needs to be talked about.
Yeah, just kind of dove right in.
Yeah.
So we did and didn't like.
Right.
It was more didn't than did.
Yeah. What do we have coming up? Ooh. We have a collab coming soon. Little spoiler, but we are going to be recording this weekend with the Escape Pod podcast. I've seen a lot of people in the comments tag us and tag them saying that, you know, we need to do a collab and they will be in town this coming weekend. So we're making it happen.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. They probably have some of the hottest takes on TikTok.
All right.
Especially when it comes to Star Wars and Marvel.
We can argue about some shit.
We can. It's going to be a big debate. Got Blue Beetle coming out soon.
I'm actually kind of excited for it, even though
it's gonna flop.
Yeah, it probably will, because nobody even knows who the fuck Blue Beetle is, and everybody hates DC.
And not to mention, you got all the strike shit going on right now.
Yep. So probably not gonna do well in the box office, but I mean, I'm still looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah,
because I like Blue Beetle's character.
Blue Beetle was my favorite to play with in the Injustice games.
I knew you were gonna say that, bro. He's got cool powers.
He does.
He does have cool powers.
He has a great power set. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for sticking around. If you're listening to us on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon, wherever, make sure to give us a review and rating. Always appreciate it. Make sure to give us a follow on our social media accounts, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and Letterboxd. Don't forget to follow our Letterboxd where you can see my reviews as soon as I watch whatever movie I'm watching. As always with me, my co-host Garrett, and we'll see you guys next time on Blake Stakes.
Later, guys.